Hi, this is Jason with Cognitive Code. This is lesson 4 of the SILVIA Studio 3 Quickstart tutorials, Behavior Forwarding. In this lesson, we'll make a couple of behavior chains that use SILVIA's jump and bypass commands to direct a conversation. Load the brain file again from lesson 3.
Happy Tuesday.
Use Ctrl-L or the file menu down at the bottom left of the toolbar. Open the greet behavior. We're going to revise it since we're going to change how the boot sequence runs. Change the exuder text in the greet behavior to read, "Hello, $_wild. Nice to meet you." Now add another absorber to the greet behavior. We want a second one that allows us to give our name in a slightly different phrase. Set the new absorber's text to read, "My name is asterisk." Now create a new behavior. Our plan is to have SILVIA ask for the user's name directly after boot. Set the new behavior's name to ask_name. Then click on the listing for ask name and open it in the behavior editor. Since we're going to jump to this behavior by script, it won't need any absorbers. Just add an exuder to it. Set the new exuder's text to read, "My name is $_A, period. What's your name? ? The SILVIA API allows jumps from one behavior to another. It uses a group, a name, and a probability as its parameters. Now open the boot behavior. We're going to add an absorber to it so we can test it live without having to reload the brain file. Add an absorber to the boot behavior and then set its text to read $_A test boot. Now open the script editor and make sure it's set to view behavior scripts and that it's set to the post exuder layer. Then use the snippets menu to insert the general invoke snippet in this post exuder script. Set the comment line on line 2 to read, "Jumps to asking the user's name after boot." On line 3, insert the brain set jump snippet. We'll need to refer the parameters in it over to the ask name behavior. Set the group parameter to default and set the name parameter to ask_name. Leave the probability at 1.0 because we want it to happen 100% of the time. Clear the log and then compile scripts. You should get a compiled message again. Now open the state monitor. We'll want to keep an eye on the U variable and the wild variable while we test the new jump from the boot behavior we just made.
Hello world.
You'll see SILVIA do that standard boot greeting, but then immediately jump to asking you what your name is. This is a behavior jump.
My name is Sylvia.
Send a reply to SILVIA that says, "My name is," your name here.
What's your name? Hello Jason.
The state monitor will show a new value for you from that script that we made in the prior lesson.
Nice to meet you.
That was an example of a behavior jump. Now we'll work on using bypass. Create a new behavior. Set the new behavior's name to knock_knock. Bypasses are ideal for things that have a set format. A knock-knock joke is a simple example of that. Click on the listing for knock-knock to open it in the behavior editor, then add an absorber. Bypasses don't need absorbers, but we're going to start the chain here. Set the new absorber's text to read $_A, know any jokes? SILVIA will likely catch this behavior even if you only said jokes. It goes by word statistics. Now add an exuder to knock-knock. A bypass cannot execute on a behavior that has no exuders. Set the new exuder's text to read knock-knock. In this case, we're expecting the user to play along, so we're just going to follow a set format and bypass through the 3 parts of the knock-knock joke. Now open the script editor again and make sure it's set to view behavior scripts and the post exuder layer. Now insert the general invoke snippet. We'll end up putting the bypass in here. Set the comment line to read, "bypass to knock_knock2. Bypasses are similar to behavior jumps in that they take a group and a name, but they're guaranteed and have no probability. If you want to capture the user's input, then you look at the user set variable. On line 3, insert the brain set bypass response snippet. Set the group to default and set the name to knock_knock2. Now select the entire script and copy the text of it. You can use Ctrl-C or Command-C on a Mac, or you can right-click. The next behavior will end up pretty much using the same script except for a couple numbers. Now create a new behavior. This is where the first bypass will head, so name it knock_knock2 to match with that script we just made. Click the listing for knock_knock2 to open in the behavior editor, then add an exuder to it. Set the new exuder's text to read $_A, period. The middle of a knock-knock joke is usually pretty simple. Now open the script editor again and make sure you're still set to behavior scripts and post exuder. Now paste that script in that we had copied. You can either use the paste button down by the snippets, or you can hit Control V or Command V on a Mac. In both places where it says knock knock 2, change that to a number 3. That behavior is good to go, so let's create the last behavior. Name this new behavior knock underscore knock 3 to match with that script that we just edited. Now add an exuder to knock knock 3. I'm sure you were waiting for the punchline. Set the new exuder's text to read, "What do you mean $underscore user underscore said question mark? I already told you, period." SILVIA ignores the user's input during a bypass, but the input is captured in the user said variable. So that's a system variable, and you'll find it in the left column of the state monitor. It always contains the full text of whatever a user last sent to SILVIA. Go back to the script editor and just hit the compile scripts button now that we have all the behaviors in place. Now open the state monitor and just kind of have it on screen so you can watch it while we run the knock knock joke. And also open the behavior editor, and in the bottom right corner of that panel under the scroll bar is a little resizing thing that you can drag to make the window bigger or smaller. You'll see the follow brain checkbox. It's in the top left corner of both the behavior and the script editors. When it's on, SILVIA Studio will automatically track with whatever behavior SILVIA last executed and selected in editors. So set the follow brain function on and then send SILVIA a message saying, "SILVIA, know any jokes?" You'll see when she responds that the behavior editor automatically tracked along with that behavior, and you should be seeing the text knock knock if you're looking at the exuders.
Knock knock.
Send a reply to SILVIA saying, "Who's there?"
Sylvia.
Since these behaviors are being triggered by bypass, SILVIA doesn't actually care what I'm saying, but she is capturing the input, and you could use scripts to judge what you want to do next in the middle of it. Send a reply to SILVIA saying, "SILVIA who?" You'll notice that she comes back with a reply containing the text that you sent.
What do you mean Sylvia who? I already told you.
And notice follow brain has continued to update all throughout this exchange and selected those behaviors as they got executed. Okay, you're done. Go ahead and save the brain file. In the next lesson, we'll work on prompts and decisions, which will take these scripts a little further.